Hey everybody, my name is Jessica Imes, and today I'm going to be talking about 3 different things that I do to stay motivated and focused towards my passion. So I was talking to one of my friends the other day who's also a filmmaker, and we were just talking about different projects and different things that we desire to work on, like different films and stuff that we want to do. And so he asked me, like, what do you do, or how do you stay motivated during like everything that's going on, and just, you know, this, how do you keep your focus and how do you keep wanting to do more and wanting to still be inside your field? And so at that moment, I told him, well, what we're doing right now is basically one thing that I do to stay motivated, which leads me into my first point. So tip number 1 is finding friends that have the same passion or interest or goals as you do. And I kind of got lucky because I was in college, of course, and so most of my friends that have the same passion and interest that I do, we had similar classes, so I kind of saw them a lot. But another thing that I find myself doing is on social media. Like right now, everybody's on social media, like whether it be through Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, or heck, maybe even Facebook. Like sometimes I just try to find different people who have the same interests and likes that I do, or who are in the same field as me. And sometimes they just come up out of nowhere, but sometimes you just, you know, you can scroll to the hashtags or look at the explore page and basically kind of see people that are doing the same things that you want to do, or is doing the same things that you are doing, or people that just, you know, like what you like, and people that you can see that they have a drive and they have a passion and that they are also motivated and doing the same thing that you're doing. So the good thing about having friends that are like-minded and friends that have the same passion and interests and talents as you is basically that you guys get to kind of collaborate and motivate each other in a sense. For example, like my friend the other day, I came up with the idea that every week or so, or every 2 weeks, we kind of come up with a short story. And I think we got like maybe like a short story of like 10 pages or less, come up with like a short script and just share it with each other, and basically just critique each other's work, like say what we can do better, or say that, you know, what is good and stuff like that. So it's one way to stay motivated. It's another way to stay creative, and another way to basically get better at your craft and sharpen the skills that you already have, because you can't really do everything by yourself. Like you need other different resources and other different things to kind of feed into to make you great. So the second thing that I do basically a lot is actively seek inspiration and motivation. And when I say that, I mean I look for videos, posts, blogs, whatever it is. I'm looking for inspiration. I'm looking for people that are doing what I desire to do, or people that have like, I don't know, they just have like a really good work ethic. I'm looking on YouTube, I'm looking on Instagram, I'm looking on maybe Facebook, I don't know, but I'm actively trying to seek motivation. Like when I feel myself like kind of losing my passion or losing my interest towards filmmaking or photography, that's when sometimes I have to go to YouTube, or I have to go to Instagram to kind of build that motivation. And I would say, I think probably like 100% of the time it's always worked for me. So actively seeking motivation is probably the biggest thing that I do towards keeping myself motivated. Tip number 3 is basically not doing anything. And I know that sounds really weird, but sometimes if I feel like giving up and not wanting to continue to pursue filmmaking or photography, sometimes I just don't really do nothing, and sometimes inspiration just falls and comes out of nowhere. It can be through conversation, through, I don't know, through at work. Like it can really come from anywhere. And that's kind of one of the things like that I see as a sign that I'm, you know, truly meant to do this, or that I can't just let this go, because I feel like it is a part of like my purpose and destiny and things. And I know it's something that I was put on this earth that God sent me to do. So sometimes you really don't have to do anything. Inspiration will just come to you. And I feel like if you're really meant to do that thing, and if you really had a passion for it, but sometimes it dies down, I feel like it'll always come back if you truly had a passion for it. So that's why I say for this tip that I really don't have to do anything, or sometimes you really don't even need to do anything. Inspiration will come back to you, and you will be reminded of why you wanted to seek out that passion in the first place, or why you wanted to pursue that career or job. That's all I have for you in this video. I hope that you learned something from it, that you got something from what I do. If you have any tips, you can leave it in the comments below, and we can, talk about your tips, and we might have the same tips, or please leave a comment telling me what tips you use so that we can all use them. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.